So I'm checking out the HX-ODDY by UVI. This is a sound set based on the ARP Oddyssey. And I'm really excited about this one because I have a clone of the ARP Oddyssey and I really love it. This is my only real analog synthesizer. And I've done a lot of videos showing how to create different sounds and also an overview. So check my channel, and of course I'm going to put some links in the description of this video. And throughout this video I'm going to try and show you a lot of the sounds, but mainly at the end of this video. So if you want to just jump over all the nitty-gritty details and just have a listen, I'm going to put a time mark and you can just go ahead and listen to some of the presets. Let's get started. Really love this sound. I just created it. I'm going to show you how to create similar sounds. It's really easy with this one. So first of all, we have this user interface. I'm actually using Falcon. You can run this sound set through the UVI workstation, which is free. And as you can see on the right side, we have different categories of presets. I'm going to explore some of them later. And this is the main page, the main panel. There's not a lot here. On the bottom, you can see some macros. We're going to play with those. Then we have the edit page. Here you can see the heart, the engine of this sound set. And we have two sound sources, or two types of sound sources. We have oscillators, which are more aligned with the original unit, which has two oscillators. And then we can overlay them. We can just layer this with some sample. And you can see different categories, and there's a lot to choose from. So we're going to create some sounds from scratch using this. And then we have the mixer to mix things up. And also in the original unit, we'll have a noise unit. And then we have the filters. So you'll have the filter for the oscillators. And we have another filters for, another set of filters for the sample layer. Now, on the bottom, we have the modulations. Of course, this is not an identical recreation of the unit. This is basically taking the sounds, sampling the sounds from the original unit, and then recreating this sound set or using it for this sound set. So we have all kinds of modulators that we can apply. I'm going to show you that also, how to use this user interface. And then the next tab is our effects tab. And the original unit, it doesn't come with any effects, but mine does. The Behringer does come with some effect units. And finally, we also have an arpeggiator. You need to click here to get it to work. And this is not a simple arpeggiator or a step sequencer. This is pretty cool stuff. There's a lot of things that you can do here. So let's go back to our edit page right here. And I'm going to explore some sounds, and then I'm going to explain some more details about how to use the different elements here in this sound set. So first of all, on the top, we can see this browser. This is the preset browser. I'm going to just get this Oddy init. So it sounds very simple. This is a sawtooth. right? And we have the two oscillators. This is a duophonic. Originally, it's a duophonic synthesizer. So we have oscillator 1 and oscillator 2. For each one, you have different wave shapes that you can just select right here. Right, and we also have the different octaves that we can set here. So it's up to +2 or -2 octaves. We have color, pitch, and we have this bend to sort of shape the sound. But on the mixer, right in the middle, we have these switches. So right now we have oscillator 1. We can engage oscillator 2, and we can select different wave shapes for each. Right? And then on the bottom, we have the envelope, the amp envelope, but this goes for both of the oscillators. Right now, it's very simple, very short release. I'm gonna just grab that one. Cool. And we can definitely get this to be a little bit more bassy. For example, I'm gonna go -1. It already sounds great. You don't need anything else. Next, we have the oscillator filter. And here you have the low pass and high pass. We can play with this. Right? And we have the designated envelope for the filter. Now, if you're not sure exactly what is a filter, if you're not sure what is an envelope and all that, I have some videos explaining all of this. Let me know in the comments if you want me to deep dive into those subjects. I'll either do new videos, or I'm gonna just put a link to my existing videos on simple synthesizer concepts. So what we can do with the envelope, with the ADSR envelope for the filter, is doing something like this. I'm gonna pull this up, and now I'm gonna set the starting point of the filter so it starts closed, and then it will open up. It doesn't do anything, right? Because what we need to do is we need to set this envelope depth. So I'm gonna go all the way to the right, meaning the envelope will open up. If I'm gonna go with the negative, it's gonna be closing. So before we even move further, let's go quickly to the effects tab, add some effects, get things exciting. So I'm gonna go and add this delay. So all you need to do is click the title. Cool, and we have the mix. I don't need so much from this one. And we have the reverb. Very nice. And we have some other things that you can add. You can add drive, chorus, flanger. We have an EQ and a maximizer. So I'm going to go with this flanger. Cool. Now we can go back to our edit page, and here we can just change, for example, the shape. So experiment with that and get different sounds. Very nice. Now I'm going to show you just the basics of how to use the modulators so you can apply this very easily and get creative. So we have LFO-A, LFO-B, step 1 and step 2. So the LFO is a low frequency oscillator. This will move things for you. It's going to automate things in a cyclic way. It's going to be repeating itself in some specific rate. So we have the frequency here. We have other parameters, which I'm not going to dive into right now. I'm sure everything is in the user manual. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something. What we can do here is go and change the pitch, for example. So I'll show you something. I'm going to go and click this little thing right here. I'm going to click this, and we are going to assign this LFO, something like this, like 5. But I can also assign, for example, the step modulator or maybe the mod wheel, same way. So I'm going to close this one back, right? And we're going to use this mod wheel. If we want to use this step sequence or this step mode, I'm going to go here, step 1, I'm going to draw the steps, and there's other things that you can do here. And now we can assign this as well. So I'm going to just pull this. Now let's go back to our view here, and you'll see these little circles. They just tell you that we already have something going on, that we have this modulation. And if you hover on top of that and pull up or down, then you'll be able to set the values right from here. But sometimes it's just easier to click this little button and then see everything from here. So it's really up to you. So now the fun begins, because we can layer samples on top of this. Right now, the sample layer is turned off. You can see that right here in the mixer. So I'm going to turn it on. And we can actually turn off the 2 oscillators and just have a listen to the sample. So it is a basic sawtooth wave shape. I can change that to, let's say, keys. And we'll take this cat synth. Things that you can do here. So first of all, we have the sample start, we have the octaves, we have color, pitch, we also have unison. So I'm going to turn it on, and then I can add some more voices. We can spread them across the stereo field here and add some detuning. And now let's bring in oscillator 1 and oscillator 2. Now, if it's just too much, we can dial some, back here. And we also actually can add some noise. And you can definitely get different sounds and different vibes if you're going to just mess around with the filters. So let's turn the filter on. I'm gonna just click this button here. And the same way we shaped the filter for the oscillators, we can do this right here. And we're gonna set. And we can play with the sound. So let's try something else. Let's go with a Pluck. Very, very cool. So let's see what else we have. We have the arpeggiator. So I'm going to go into the arpeggiator. Right now it's just off. I'm going to click to enable. And we have several presets. So let's try something. I'm going to go with this one. Right, and there's so many things you can do with this one. First of all, we have the velocity. Then we can link things forward or reverse. We have the mode. So there are different modes for each of the steps. We have basic, so single, lowest, highest. Then we have harmonized. We can go with fifth. We can actually go with chords and intervals. We have bending up and down. Let's do harmonized fifth. And we'll do another one. Let's go with this one as well. And here we're going to get a chord as played, and another. This one is already a chord. And we have the octaves, we have the pitch, we have gate, and we have panning. So you can just go for each step, left and right. So I'm sure there's a lot of things that I didn't cover, but I don't want to overdo it. Let's get just a bunch of presets and have a listen, see what's included in this sound set, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions or you want me to deep dive into anything. And I'll see you guys in the next videos. Thank you and bye-bye. Stay for the demo.